the moon every night, and now my eyes are open wide, and the sky has never looked so bright. And I don't need to see the road to believe, yeah. 'Cause this is where I'm meant to be, I believe. And I feel the magic everywhere. It's all around us, it's in the air. And I see the magic we can share. So much wonder everywhere. And I feel the magic, ooh. Can you imagine, ooh. And I feel the magic, ooh. Can you imagine, ooh. And I feel the magic. It's all around us. And I feel the magic. It's all around us. There's wonder on this winding road in front of me, yeah. 'Cause I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
You are right where you're supposed to be. Can you feel the magic in the air? Because we are bringing it. I'm Tiffany Cano, the host of the Global Heart Activation that is coming up on April 12th and 13th. And today we have a panel of speakers that are going to be presenting at the live event, and they're bringing their love and their hearts here to you today. And I'm just extremely excited about it. So, if you haven't yet signed up for our Global Heart Activation, go to globalheartactivation.com and bam, sign up for free. So, in that, we are going to have over 37 speakers, and I have over 85 gifts. You get gifts just for even signing up before the summit even starts. You get more gifts during the summit. You get gifts when you're showing up live via Zoom, because our games master, one of them is here in the room today, Jamie Honey, will be spinning that wheel, raffling off amazing extra gifts. So literally, if your heart is not yet open, your receiving muscles are not yet open, please do so, because we are here to serve and bring that love. So let us have you meet our amazing speakers. So Dr. Cynthia Higgins, you'll come up first. And I would love for you to share, what is your why? Like, what called you to be a doctor and do the work that you're doing now?
Wow, that's something of a journey, because I could have done and stayed with just a traditional approach. But, the more I worked in my field, and it's the field of psychiatry, the more I discovered that that final frontier, all of those answers that we're constantly seeking, they're not out there. They're right in here. And in my work, helping people to release some of those learned limitations on who they think they are, what they think they're capable of. To me, that's where the magic happens. And it's something that the more I've done, the more it has been reinforced by, how it changes people's lives when we get heart-centered and we stay there. It's an incredible healing that takes place when we operate from that standpoint. So yeah. So I'm a convert, and I'm stuck doing this work for as long as I can.
Oh, and I love that you're bringing that aspect to the traditional psychiatry, because it's so needed in the world.
Yeah. I mean, if there's ever a place that is needing more love, it's how we treat our mental health, how we treat ourselves. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we're going to hear from you again in just a few minutes. Jamie, who is, by the way, one of your games masters in this Global Heart Activation. Go for it, Jamie.
Thank you very much, Tiffany. It's a pleasure to be here with all these fabulous minds and hearts. And I want to thank you for giving us all this opportunity. So basically, my wife and I, you might see that I'm a humorpreneur, and we discovered that humor is a master key, just unlocking so many elements of your life. We believe in the fundamental right of everyone to prosper and find joy in their work. We believe that laughter and shared smiles can make the world a more secure and joyful place. And we believe in the unique spark within each person, just waiting to illuminate the world and have fun doing it.
Nice. Thank you. The amazing Jamie Honey, and I love his wife. So big hugs to both of you. Group hug. Thank you. Joyce.
Hi.
Okay, so what is your why? What had you do what you're doing now?
You know, it's such a funny story. Decades ago, I was hitchhiking to get around. So that was a long time ago when it was safer than it is now. And somebody picked me up who was totally into natural foods and nutrition and cleansing. And he brought me to my first natural food store and restaurant. And from the minute I was introduced to that, besides being totally delicious, reading about the connection between nature and food and what we put in our bodies, and the fact that so much of disease is transgressing against the laws of nature, that our bodies are brilliant and they know just what to do. We have an internal blueprint for health inside of us. But there is all these things bombarding us in terms of poor food choices and toxins in the environment. So for me, it was so powerful to discover that. And I just felt like I wanted to shout it from the mountaintops. You don't have to have surgery. You don't have to rely on pharmaceutical drugs, that your body is brilliant if you treat it right and make the right choices. That's what brought me to do what I do. I call my work Health is an Inside Job.
Indeed. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Joyce.
Thanks.
Lesley Evans, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello, Tiffany. Thank you for inviting us all here today and inviting me here. What you're doing is so important. And it's interesting that I'm on here with Dr. Cynthia Higgins. I also, I'm a psychiatric nurse by training and worked in the mental health system for almost 30 years. And the same thing that I think Cynthia experienced was, we helped people. And I helped a lot of people, but they always just seemed to stay in the system, that we never helped them to move out of the system. And it was important to me to find ways that we could help people thrive and have amazing lives and not be dependent on that. And so that's when I opened myself to all of the other things like hypnotherapy and Akashic records and Reiki, and how all of these together can help to, people to heal in profound and lasting ways. And they're no longer dependent on that medical system. So you're all speaking my language, that it's time for change and for us to heal from the inside out and in profound and lasting ways.
Thank you. Thank you. So as you can start to gather, we come from that space of love and service and wanting to help people at deeper levels than what you may be exposed to and used to. So please do sign up right now for globalheartactivation.com. You can sign up for free. And then if you choose to do the VIP option, you get mega gifts from me and all of the speakers. Yep. So now I would love to hear from Dr. Cynthia Higgins. What are the qualities that you live by? And for me, I'm love. Like, love is the answer. Love is who I am. And I often ask myself the question, what would love say?
That's
What would
beautiful.
love do? And that is who I am. So tell me about you, Dr. Cynthia
Yeah,
Higgins.
right there with you. It's love and it's connection. It's connection with source, the universe, connection with nature, and recognizing the extensiveness of our connection with each other. And I think the more I do this work, especially the more I look into the underlying, the unconscious part of who we are, that part that we very rarely give credit to, the more I recognize how important it is that we honor that connection, because indeed it's one of the things that I think that's going to make such a big difference in our ability to thrive. As individuals, but then also as a community, as a planet, when we recognize and appreciate that connection. I'm with you on the love. It is all about doing and being the highest form of love that I can possibly be. Doing what is in the greatest interest of my clients, the people that I serve. What acts can do the most good for the most number of people. Those are some of the principles by which I live by, and wake up and do that every day. Yeah.
Love it. Thank you. Jamie, I would imagine humor is in your top.
Oh, yeah. It's only in the top 3 positions of the top 5, though. So I do leave a room for a little bit more in my life. It was pretty interesting because when I was 18, I died. And from that perspective, I saw life external of the human experience. And there's so much that we focus on that's not working. So from that perspective, I kind of was told, there is no wrong, yet there's unlimited opportunities of better. So instead of focusing on what's going wrong, look at something that's not agreeable or enjoyable or fun and go, how can I make this better? Most of the time, most of the people I'm working with, they're focused on everything that's not working in their life. And of course, we know that where your focus goes, energy flows. So you're creating more of that mishap. So when we can switch that around and go, okay, this isn't working, what happened, so what went wrong, and having that condensed down into just a couple of sentences rather than 6 months of story. So what happened, and then what do I want? And then we start to focus on what do I want, and then what can I do? And that just drives us forward. And when you do that with a light heart, because when we're in joy in the midbrain, when there's no stress, when there's no chaos, we're actually in a natural state of joy. So what I like to say, that laughter is the soul singing from joy. So if we can create laughter, we can waken the soul. And when we're happy and we're joyful, we see imagination, we see creativity, we see problem solving. And if everyone else is stressed around you, it certainly makes them wonder what you're up to that they're not to. They're like, why is he so happy? And embarrassing moments become fun stories to share rather than a closing down. What can open us up? What can lift us up and open our soul to speak to people from soul to soul rather than situation and circumstance? So absolutely, looking at life
So
through,
joy is your number one.
yeah, where's the
Love
laughter?
it.
Where's the happy?
And joy is part of Joyce's name.
Yeah. Yes. I totally agree that, love is the ultimate experience and vibration we want to live in and connect with inside ourselves. What I have discovered is qualities like communication, honesty, integrity, and kindness when those are present, it's very easy for the people around to feel safe and trust. And when people feel safety and they feel trust around you, it's very easy for them to just slip right into that vibration of love within themselves. So it's an honor when I'm able to be with someone and have them shift into that deep place of trust and safety and ultimately love. It's almost like I can hear the angels sing. There's this very powerful experience when I connect on that level with another person. And I'm committed to, having that be what my life is about.
Love it. Thank you. Lesley.
Well, going last, I hear all of these wonderful things, and I must agree that love is definitely, where everything stems from and everything goes into. But another thing that I think is really, really important and that I live by and hold for the people I work with is grace.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Grace, allowing grace to flow. We already innately have grace, but we don't usually give it to ourselves. We don't let it flow for ourselves. And here's the thing, we're all learning on this journey. We're all taking steps. We're all falling down. We make mistakes. And to allow ourselves grace is really important, to be able to take those next steps, to be able to create that life that we truly love and makes us truly joyful, is also to allow ourselves grace to make those mistakes and to learn from them. So grace is definitely one of those important ones for me.
Thank you. Yeah, in my prayers, I'm like, God, thank you for the mercy, grace, and ease, because grace is super important. All right. So, in a moment here, I'm going to ask our lovely panelists to share more about who you serve and how you help. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes each because it's 2 questions. And if you could, just share who you serve and how you help. Dr. Cynthia.
Well, who I serve primarily are people who are experiencing a series of setbacks. They've discovered certain patterns in their lives as to how they might fall a little bit short of those goals and those dreams. And some of the ways in which I work, it's through a branch of medicine called energy psychology. And it's something that recognizes that, yes, we are body, mind, and spirit. And we allow for that in our sessions. We look at the totality of this problem, not just as a mental construct or just something we're experiencing in our physical lives. We recognize that this may well be part of an energetic imprint. And so when working with people, it's about discovering the origin of that imprint and very lovingly working with that highest, most spiritual aspect of ourselves, and using some well-known scientific techniques to affect that release, so that people end up standing in their power. They end up free from many restrictions that they've experienced the majority of their lives in some cases. And there's an incredible satisfaction that comes when we become the agents of our own transformation. So my work is about reminding people of just how capable they are of affecting that. But yeah, it's men and women, and whether those areas where we're experiencing those challenges, whether they're in relationships, whether they're in our experience of however we define abundance, whether it's regarding our health, there's this interconnection between our experiences, our thoughts, our emotions, and our energy. So it's about taking all of that into account and working with it. So that's a complicated explanation in a nutshell. But,
Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
All right. Our games master Jamie is in the house.
In the house, time for a wrap. Come on now. Lickety slap. Okay, so what my wife and do, we actually help healers, entrepreneurs, coaches, sales professionals, because they're really good at their craft. Yet we've found that there is a misconnect between what they do and telling their clients or potential clients or the world or how great their future would be by hiring their services. So we teach sales Tai Chi, which is, and for us, sales actually has love in it. It's support and love everybody system. So SALES is support and love everybody system, connecting the skill set that you have with people that need that skill set. It's right for them, it's right for you, and then there's this connection. And it's based in psychology and human behavior. So it's not sales techniques or tactics. We teach that so you have an understanding of it. Yet it's also about the human behavior for igniting the buying behavior that human beings naturally have in a supportive way, and how you can increase your client base, your sales from a loving place, a supportive base that helps you grow your business, while at the same time helping people increase the joy that they have in their life. And of course, we absolutely do it with joyful exercises, brain entrainment, and fun. So when we discovered that when there's more fun, there's more learning and remembering of what you're doing.
And I've actually hired Jamie and his wife to train up, some of my clients and coaches that work for me. So they're very, very good. All right, Joyce.
So who I serve are people who want to get off the hamster wheel of another drug, another surgery, and want to reclaim their health. It's really important to me to help people feel empowered with their health and feel good in their bodies. I serve people who want to create a daily healthy lifestyle. It's very important to me that health be and food be simple, fun, and delicious. When anything feels like an overwhelming chore or burden, when people feel deprived, it's not sustainable. It's really important that you have a lifestyle that you enjoy, that you love your food. The ways I do this, and I called my talk, which will be in a few weeks, the 3 pillars of health, creating a strong immune system. So the pillars of health are nutrition, and using nutrition in a regenerative way. Food is our medicine or our poison. Food is a very potent healer. The second pillar is detoxification. And our bodies over the years accumulate a lot of poisons, whether it's from food or the environment or the ground or the toxic sprays on food. And it will stay in our bodies unless we make a focused effort to help it come out. And that's a very specific way of using food. Digestion takes more energy than any other body function. So when you lighten or eliminate the need to digest, miracles happen. And the third part of that is our gut, our gastrointestinal tract is like our second brain. And we need to repair that for the body to function well. I include in my work red light therapy, because along with the nutritional aspect, which is like medicine, the proper red light frequencies can also really stimulate. We have little energy factories in our cells called mitochondria, and the red light frequencies heal and restore the mitochondria
Nice.
so that our body functions perfectly. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Joyce.
You're welcome.
Lesley.
All right. So, really, I'm here to help empower women to give themselves permission to be limitless. I truly believe that when women live full and passionate lives, they impact their families, their communities, and the world. And we can just make the world a better place with that. And honestly, how do I do that? Well, I've got all of this experience over these past 30 odd years as a psychiatric nurse therapist and training as a clinical hypnotherapist and in the Akashic Records and Reiki. And so I'm able to blend all of that modern and magical, to be able to help people to heal where it started, to help heal at a conscious, a subconscious, and a soul level. And again, to be able to create the lives they truly love and enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you. I love the wisdom, the collective wisdom that we're all bringing to the table. It's just wonderful. So if you haven't yet signed up, please go to globalheartactivation.com and you can sign up for free right now. And you'll probably also want to do the VIP package, but they'll tell you a little bit about their gifts in a moment. But first, I want each of you to please share about the theme of your talk. Okay, the theme of your talk. So let's go ahead with Dr. Cynthia.
So, my topic for the Global Heart Activation is something you wouldn't quite think of as coming from a psychiatrist who happens to do energy work with angels, yeah. But
I relate.
yeah, it's like, hey, we're open. We're very open. Like I said, recognizing that the source of our healing, resides in many ways. But the topic, my theme is, what's our money story? Because each of us has one, and our relationship with abundance plays out in every aspect of our lives. And so, this goes back to, well, what are some of those unconscious ideals under which we've been raised? What are some of the primary assumptions that we've been operating from that has either made us very successful or it's made us pretty frustrated? Yeah. So being able to really uncover that, it's kind of like a little bit of detective work, but being able to understand it and working to release it. I mean, I've always been fond of the saying that, when we need a miracle, all we need to do is change our perception. And when we become aware of something, we've already begun to change it. So this is bringing attention to all of those little ways in which we stand in our own way in terms of the things we define as abundance. So that's what we'll talk about. Yes.
Okay, awesome. And hopefully you'll be able to bring in like something experiential for us to do too. All right, Jamie.
Well, my talk is Humor Heals. It's going to be a great little chat with Tiffany, and we're going to share insights about the value of humor in your life, how you can turn up the dial of your own humor. A lot of people think, oh, but I'm not funny. Well, that's awesome, because that's hilarious in itself, and how you can actually have
I almost
fun.
swallowed my water when you said that. Keep going.
Well, just by us laughing together and sharing a smile and other people seeing and hearing the laughter, they've increased the serotonin, they've increased the endorphins in their brain. They're able to think clearer because of that. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of joy, of course, some silly gags by me, and basically how you can adapt more joyfulness into your life and open up your heart center in a loving, fun way, as opposed to, oh, I have to, or a need, or a pressure way, but actually how to really embrace life through a smile and a wink and a joy and a laugh. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you. Joyce, what are you talking about?
So, as I mentioned before, I'm calling my talk The Three Pillars of Health, Creating a Strong Immune System. So, we live in a paradigm where we're always giving power to the externals. And since the people on this panel, you're involved in therapy, and I know that we understand that, sometimes when somebody says, he made me do this, she made me feel this way, we know that's not really true, that nobody can make you feel or do anything. The process is inside you, and it's about changing the response from within, so that you have a different response outside. In the same way, I feel like we live in a paradigm where we give power to the virus, the germ, the bacteria, the fungus, the cancer cell. And we've been walking around the last 4 years kind of cringing and contracting, like, the next pathogen out there is going to just come in and make me sick. And so I'm very committed to letting people know that the power is inside us. It's almost like we're each a farmer, and our body is the plot of land that we have. And everything is going to grow the way it needs to if we have enough sunlight, we pull the weeds out, we water, and in the same way, we need those elements in our bodies. So for me, when I teach people what to put in, how to take out what you don't need, and the power of nature, whether it's food, whether it's detoxification or healing the gut or red light therapy, nature can really help you come back to balance and create the body you are meant to live in. I really want to empower people to feel good in their bodies and to own their health.
Thank you.
All right. So again, this might be something that's interested coming from someone who was based in psychiatry as well. But I'm going to be talking about lightening your load. So really, it's a holistic approach to losing all that weight you're carrying physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I truly believe that often physical weight that we carry is just a symptom of everything else that you're carrying, all of that emotional weight, that mental weight, spiritual weight. And I'm here to talk about how you can just lift all that weight and again create that life you really love, that gives you joy and passion, by lightening that load.
Thank you. For me, I'm going to be talking about seeing and healing your blind spots. So what is in your subconscious that's blocking you from money, love, health, spirituality? And when I do the deep dive, it's usually about healing the core wounds of not feeling loved or seen or heard or safe or belong or worthy or deserving. And as those get healed, it ripples out to every area of your life. And all of a sudden, you're making more money. You're having more loving relationships. You're feeling energy and vitality and pep in your step. And life is just in the flow. And so that's what I'll be bringing to the table. And I'll be guiding you through some healing, group healing experiences. I'm very kinesthetic. So I make it fun and kinesthetic and very, very healing. So you'll get exposure to lots of opportunities for new ahas, insights, and healing from me and from, the plentiful multitude of our beautiful speakers. And another thing that is something pretty cool that just happened yesterday, and I'm going to find a way to include this, some benefits from the summit into here. I have a new cell phone app, HPP Academy, that just came out yesterday. It's brand new. I put the link in the chat here, and here's the QR codes / this number here, letters and numbers, and then you can download it onto your Apple device or your Google Play Store device, your Android. And then aspects of the summit are going to be showing up as little bonuses in your cell phone app, which is going to be super exciting. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the gifts. As I mentioned, you need to like move those receiving muscles and open them up wide, because we have gifts galore, not just from our speakers here, but other people who I didn't have space for in the summit, but they still wanted to contribute anyways. So, okay, gifts. Cynthia, let's start with you.
All
Get you on the
right.
stage. Tell me
Okay.
about your
Mhm.
gift.
Well, one of my gifts is, like you said, it's kind of a deep dive. It's an intuitive dive, if you will, into, okay, a person says, hey, I'm a little stuck. Well, it's us figuring out where the blessing actually is in that. Because, we have these events, they happen, not because we're bad people, not because we're unworthy, but it's to raise our awareness, to give us that opportunity to experience that mastery. So it literally is, it's an intuitive reading that allows us to really kind of call that out and, really embrace the strength and the blessing of a current situation. So it's a very personalized little reading that's getting done. And then for my BIP gift, that's a little more in depth. It's actually a full healing session through one of the 3 energy psychology techniques that I do. By the way, these techniques have been backed by science that's like, it's been around thousands of years, honestly. And just that healing experience alone, that's worth about $250, just that little bit of time that we spend together. This is something that yeah, we do one-on-one, and it's transformative. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
So worth it. I
Yes.
mean, our VIP price is only $47, and she just said you'd pay $250 out of pocket if you were to work with her directly. So you're getting a smoking hot deal. All right, Jamie, tell us about your awesome gifts.
Okay, well, we have 2 gifts and balloons. There's the first one. Isn't that awesome? So 2 gifts. What we're sharing is a 2-hour training and teaching with 3 celebrity comedians. There's Kerry Louise, she's been seen on NBC, Oprah, and a number of shows. Craig Gass, King of Queens, Sex and the City, Howard Stern Show, and Tom Cotter, who's HBO, NBC, and America's Got Talent finalist. They're sharing the insights into humor and how you can install humor into every element of your business life and your personal life to create success and to increase your goals. And there's also some training there from myself and my wife in regards to how to get more yeses. If you want more yeses in your life, how you can get that. And then, ready for the confetti, the VIP. Okay,
Love
so
it.
the VIP is actually a personal one-on-one with me. I'm trained in many modalities as far as Reiki, hypnosis, emotion code, energy healing, flower of life, pranic healing. And all of that combined, going back into the human behavior and the psychology of ancestral scripts, basically those belief structures that have been passed down through generations that you're now observing your environment through. If they're serving you, great, keep them, empower them. If they're not serving you, we will remove those so they're no longer creating a limitation or a block to what you observe in your environment, typically focused on money blocks, stage fright, or self-worth. But whatever comes up, we look at removing. So that's a $300 session that's going to the VIPs.
Woohoo! Ka-ching! Bring it on. Thank you. Joyce, tell us about your gifts.
Okay. Well, I'm offering a consultation, and in that health and nutritional consultation, I go over your health history, get a sense of your daily eating and routines and lifestyle, and then I start to outline, starting with detoxification. That's an important way to start whenever you want to regain your health. And then also going into daily healthy lifestyle. So that's the consultation I'm offering to everybody, which is it's a 30-minute session worth $95. And then for the VIP, it's a deeper, more comprehensive consultation for 60 minutes. And that's generally $150. And we just go into more detail and more depths. So that you walk away from either consultation knowing what your next steps are. If you're not feeling wonderful in your body now, what are the steps you need to take immediately to start to turn that around? And that's what I'm offering you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lesley.
All right. So for my free gift to everyone, I am offering a recorded hypnosis that is yours to download and use as much as you want on losing all that weight you're carrying. So it will speak directly to your subconscious, work on that subconscious level to let all that go. So that's for everyone. For the VIPs, now let me tell you, all of us speakers really dig deep to try and find gifts that we know are going to be of value for you. So it is more than worth it. And my VIP is a manifesting magic masterclass. So it's a 3-class where the first class we just talk about what are some of those guidelines or rules in manifesting. The second class is we actually create that for you. You create what you would like to manifest or what you would like something to look like in your life. And the third class is we do a hypnosis to lock that in and put that out there into the universe to create that in your life.
Awesome. And how much are those?
Oh, okay. So I probably don't charge enough for it, but I'll say it is $97 for that manifesting magic class.
Okay. Yeah, that's a smoking hot deal, everybody. Just so you know. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. I have so many gifts that I'm giving you guys. It's I live from abundanza. Like that's just my generous spirit every day. So you're gonna get everyone will get loved, which is a guided healing audio to feel loved, seen, heard, safe, and belong from preconception, in utero, in the first few years of life, which can then ripple into your present moment, feeling more loved, seen, heard, and safe. And then there's the 9 insights. It's discovering your blocks to success, love, health, and spirituality. And then when you sign up for the VIP, you also get a half an hour consultation with me that's normally $250. You get my Power of Intuitive Living live 5-day series that's $197. That's going to happen starting April 29th live via Zoom. So And then there's more. Like I have at least 5 or 7 gifts that I am including in the raffle prizes for when people show up to the Zoom live, have your camera on, being engaged in us. You could win multiple times. So come in with the attitude of, I'm a winner. I'm lucky and I'm abundant, and just see how many gifts you can rack up. So this is going to be like incredibly fun. So absolutely join us at globalheartactivation.com. And Jamie, everybody stay on the line before we stop here. And Jamie, I want you to teach me how you're doing what you're doing with your screen. So I'm going to close with this video here. And please do sign up, globalheartactivation.com.
This is where I'm meant to be, I believe. And I feel the magic everywhere. It's all around us, it's in the air.
See you there, April 12th and 13th.